viewers, my name is Dr. Ajay Kishan, Department of ECE from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. I am going to deal the subject antennas and wave propagation. And today's my topic is smart antennas and reflectors. So today we are going to discuss about the smart antennas and reflectors. So let us start our session. So what are the smart antennas? So what is the why we are discussing about smart antennas? So what is the reason for the discovery of smart antennas? So let us take a general example. So before starting the session of smart antennas, before explaining about what a smart antenna means, let us have a discussion. Conventional antennas. So what is happening in the conventional antenna? So what are the problems in the conventional antenna? So to overcome those problems, so why these smart antennas have been, how these smart antennas can overcome those problems, we'll see in this session. So let us take an example. If this is an antenna here, let us take this is an antenna here. This antenna, let us assume here as the omnidirectional antenna. Let us assume this antenna as the omnidirectional antenna. So as per, we know that the radiation pattern of the omnidirectional antenna will be around 360 degrees. That means it will be around 360 degrees. It will be like this. So this is the radiation pattern of this omnidirectional antenna. Let us assume here there are two users here. Let us assume here there are two users in this direction. So these two users can use the radiation pattern of this in this side effectively. This radiation pattern which is on the left hand side, this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side and this is the bottom. Let us say this is the bottom side. So in the 360 degrees, this radiation pattern is divided into three sectors. One is the left hand side, the other one is the right hand side, the other one is the bottom side. Let us say here there are two users, 1 and 2. So this portion, this LHS, the left hand side portion of the radiation pattern can be effectively used by these two users only. It means that in the RHS, in the right hand side, there are no users. There are no users in the right hand side. And in the bottom side also, there are no users. In the bottom side also, you can see here there are no users. That means we can see here that on the right hand side there is some radiation pattern. In the bottom side there is some radiation pattern which is being wasted. That means this amount of radiation which is on the right hand side and also on the bottom side is not effectively utilized. The amount of bandwidth is not utilized properly. That means only some amount of bandwidth is being used by the two users here, 1 and 2. So in order to overcome this problem, so how to use the bandwidth effectively? So this has been developed in the smart antenna system. That means even if the number of users increase, how to use the bandwidth effectively, how to use the available spectrum, and can share the spectrum equally to all the number of users around the antenna. So let us go to the smart antenna. So this is the major problem currently in the conventional antenna. So whether it may be a horn antenna, whether it may be a dipole antenna, or whether it may be a omnidirectional antenna, the radiation pattern, some amount of radiation pattern is being wasted in all these types of antennas. So the complete radiation pattern must be utilized properly and effectively by all the users surrounding the antenna. So here, then generally, what a smart antenna system is. A smart antenna system, it consists of a base station. Generally, it consists of a, suppose here if this is an antenna here, a base station. A smart antenna combines an antenna array with a digital signal processing unit. So here there will be one DSP here, digital signal processing unit here, and a trans receiver is attached to this array system. This is an array of antennas. So generally we can say that these antennas are not smart. So generally these antennas are not smart, but these antennas must be made smart. These antennas must be made smart through some technique. So initially these array of antennas are idle. So they act according to the instructions given by the DSP. So this array of antennas, which are we call it as an adaptive array. Here there may be 2 elements or 3 elements or 4 elements are combined in an array, right? So there is no any limitation that the 2 elements must be combined as an array. Here the meaning of element means antenna. That means a group of antennas form an array. Or we can also say a group of elements will form an array. A group of elements will form an array. So here all the array of elements are connected to the DSP. That means a digital signal processing unit here, it is a software program or a group of algorithms that will decide what these array of elements must do. Right? The functions, the basic function or the objective of the array of antennas will depend upon the DSP instructions. That means the instructions given by the DSP, accordingly, this array of antennas will act. Right? So here, a smart antenna system as shown in the figure, we can see here, it contains a base station. A smart antenna system combines an antenna array with a digital signal processing unit to transmit and receive in an adaptively spatially sensitive manner. So in other words, we can say that this smart antenna system, it is a dynamic system. That means it will change the directionality of its radiation pattern in response to its signal environment. That means if there are more number of users in one direction, then the total bandwidth is allotted to that number of users only. That means depending upon the situation, depending upon the environmental conditions, this smart antenna system can change its radiation pattern dynamically. Accordingly. Here, the array that we use in a smart antennas, we call it as an adaptive array. So an array which automatically turn the maximum beam in the desired direction while turn the null in the undesired direction is called as adaptive array. So here let us describe this adaptive array with an example. So let us take this is an adaptive array. So here this adaptive array, it contains totally 4 elements. In an array. So these will function according to the instructions of the DSP. Let us say here there is an antenna here. Here there is a user 1 here. First the user 1 sends the signal here. To the antenna array. Now here, when the signal is sent from the user 1 to the array, this DSP will estimate the direction of arrival. This DSP, that is the digital signal processing unit, will estimate the direction of arrival and also the direction of estimation. So how much time it takes for the electromagnetic ray to send or to receive the signal, and in which direction the signal is going. So based upon these two calculations of DOA and DOE are performed by the DSP. So this DSP will perform some mathematical analysis, some mathematical equations, calculations, and therefore after calculating all these analysis, this DSP will allocate the complete radiation pattern to the user 1. That means it will send a path, or it will establish a connection, or it will establish the radiation pattern, complete radiation pattern of the adaptive array to the user 1. So this is the basic functionality of the smart antenna system. That means here you can observe here all the radiation pattern that has been generated by this array has been allocated to the user 1 only. Suppose if we say there are another 2 and 3 users are in this direction. Right? So if these 2 and 3 users are in other direction, this smart antenna system will generate a beam in this direction also. That means the available bandwidth is being shared equally to the user 1 and also to the users 2 and 3. So internally, these are known as elements. Internally, these are known as the elements of the array. So these elements of the array, internally, these antennas will combine dynamically depending upon the instructions given by the DSP. That means if there are more number of users here, suppose here there are 100 users here. So automatically these three antennas, that is three elements inside the array, they transmit the signal to this 100 users. They transmit the signal or the radiation pattern or the radiation beam, complete radiation pattern or the beam is directed to the 100 users. And this, the remaining element of the smart antenna system, it will direct a small beam to the user one. Right? So depending upon the requirement, that means here there are 100 users, here there is one user, and here there are only two users. So depending upon the requirement, so dynamically these beams are generated by the array based upon the instructions of the DSP. That means this DSP will calculate the how many number of users are coming in which direction. So there are how many number of users are coming in which in the direction, and in which direction the radiation beam must be maximum, and in which direction the radiation beam must be minimum. So which direction the radiation beam must be minimum and the maximum will be decided by the digital signal processing unit. And the instruction is passed to the array of elements, and these internally they will generate the beam as per the requirements of the users, as per the requirements of the user. So this is the meaning of adaptive. So adaptive means changing the decisions dynamically and instantaneously depending upon the current requirement. Depending upon the current requirement. That means if my requirement is here there are 120 users and my requirement is to send a larger beam in this direction. If there are only two users here, if there are only two users in this direction, a smaller beam is produced in this direction. If there are 5 users here, so depending upon this array of elements, will send another beam to the to these 5 users. So adaptive array, but means it will adjust the beam by sending the signal in the desired direction by nullifying the signal in the other directions. That means as there are no users here, there are no users in this direction. In this direction there is no signal. In this direction there is no signal is sent by the smart antenna system. And here you can see here the adaptive array is one, it will adjust itself in the desired direction with the awareness of its environment. So with awareness of its environment, that means depending upon the number of users, it may be 100, it may be 20, or it may be 10, or it may be 500 users. So adaptive array adjusts itself. It will generate the beam according to the environmental conditions. So in modern adaptive arrays, the output of each element in the array, it is sampled, digitized, and then processed using computers. So such arrays are called as smart antennas. That means adaptive array is nothing but a group of elements. So there are 4 elements. This is known as an array. So the output of each element in the array is sampled. That means here some sampling technique is applied for this antenna by the DSP. Okay, so based upon the requirement, based upon the instructions of the DSP, 1, 2, 3 can be sampled simultaneously, or 1 and 2 can be sampled simultaneously, and 3 and 4 separately can be sampled separately, or 2, 3 and 4 can be sampled and digitized and processed depending upon the requirement. So if we combine 2, 3, 4 elements, that means combining is nothing but increasing the amplitude of these elements. So combining is nothing but we are going to treat these 2, 3, 4 elements as one antenna. So if we consider these 2, 3, and 4 elements as one antenna, it means that the amplitude indirectly we are increasing the amplitude of the elements 2, 3, and 4. That means if there are more number of users here, 100 users are in this direction, then 2, 3, and 4 are combined. Indirectly, we are increasing the amplitudes of these 2, 3, or 4 elements. Thereby, more amount of radiation beam is generated in this direction. More amount of radiation beam is generated in this direction. Right? So, this is the meaning of sampling, digitization, and processing. Right? So, depending upon the requirement, we can sample 2 elements simultaneously, or 3 elements simultaneously, or 4 elements simultaneously. So in which direction more number of users is very important to be known. So this will be decided by the DSP. So in one direction, if there are 150 users, so a signal or a direction of estimation will be done by the DSP. and accordingly these antennas elements are sampled, digitized, and processed. So the main purpose of standard antennas are to effectively transmit and receive radio signals. There are two additional functions that the smart antennas or adaptive antenna systems need to be fulfilled. So one is, just now I told you that this is the direction of arrival estimation and beam steering. So the first thing what a DSP will do, that is a digital signal processing unit. A digital signal processing unit. So that is, it functions like a brain of the human being. It just functions like a brain of the human being. So we can also apply this smart antenna system like the human analogy. So we can also apply this smart antenna system which is equivalent to the human analogy. Suppose here if this is the human being, and these are this is one antenna and this is another antenna, let us say. Now suppose here there are two users. Here there are two users. These two users are speaking continuously or simultaneously. If these two users are speaking simultaneously, this is antenna 1 and this is antenna 2, let us assume here. So as these two users are speaking simultaneously, as we know that the human being cannot take two signals at a time. The human being cannot hear two voice signals at a time. Hence, as we know that according to the human analogy, only one signal can be considered, the other signal can be rejected. That means, suppose if these two users are speaking simultaneously, and one signal is coming to this, this is known as the desired signal. This is one, and the second signal is reaching to the antenna 1. This is undesired signal. This is undesired signal. That means which signal is said to be desired and which signal is said to be undesired. This decision is taken by the brain. This decision is taken by the brain. That means which is the wanted signal, which is the unwanted signal. This decision is completely taken by the brain. Here, brain is nothing but the DSP processor. Here, the brain is equivalent to the DSP processor, that is the digital signal processing unit. So, where decisions will be taken. That means which instruction has to be taken, which radiation pattern has to be considered. Here, as the two signals are coming, this brain will take only antenna 1 signal, right? And this will give a connection to this user only. That means as this one sending the signal to the antenna 2, it is very near. It is very near. And this antenna 1, you can see here, this antenna 1 is very far. This antenna 1 is very far from the two users here. Right? That means this signal will reach the antenna 1 with some time delay. Right? This signal will reach the antenna 1 with some time delay. And this signal 1 will reach the antenna 2 at an earlier time. So whichever the signal which reaches earlier, so based upon the time interval, so the direction of arrival, the direction of estimation of arrival is calculated by the brain. So in which direction the signal is coming very quickly, from which direction the signal is receiving very quickly, that is decided by the brain. That brain is equivalent to the digital signal processing unit. So based upon the instruction of the DSP, this brain will establish a connection to the desired signal, that is one only. And next, this is the direction of arrival estimation, so which is initially done by the DSP. So there might be many number of users in different directions. So all the directions of arrival estimations are calculated by the DSP. Suppose if you say this is a smart antenna system where here there is a DSP, here there are 20 users, here there are 10 users, here there are 35 users. Let us say here there are 35 users, here there are 10 users, here there are 20 users. Right? So there are three different directions. That means the signal, first the signal is coming here, the signal is coming in this direction, the signal is coming in this direction, the signal is... These 10 users are sending the signal to the smart antenna system. This is the smart antenna system. And these 20 users are sending the signal to the smart antenna system. And these 35 users are also sending the signal to the smart antenna system. So these three signals are taken by the DSP processor. These three signals collectively are taken by the DSP processor. This DSP will do the mathematical calculations, and then after calculating, so whichever according to the requirement, more amount of bandwidth is required for the 35 users, right? So more amount of beam is required for the 35 users. That means the available bandwidth, some amount of radiation beam is steered to the 35 users. That means it is steered. That means the available bandwidth, from the available bandwidth, the radiation beam is steered to the 35 users. And also some amount of radiation pattern is also given to the 10 users. And also some amount of radiation beam, it is also allocated to the 20 users also. So this is known as a beam steering. Right? So we are having the available beam. That beam is steered in different directions. That the available beam, it is steered. It is divided into three different directions. This is known as the beam steering. So available beam, it is steered in different directions. So this is the meaning of beam steering. So the main purpose of the standard antennas are to effectively transmit and receive signals. So there are two functions which are performed by the DSP. One is the direction of arrival estimation. The other one is beam steering. So in order for the smart antenna to be able to provide the required functionality and optimization of the transmission and reception, they need to be able to detect the direction of arrival of the required incoming signal. So they might be receiving many number of signals. 1, 2 and 3, right? So from which direction the signal is coming, incoming signal is reached to the antenna array. Now this information received by the antenna array, it is passed to the signal processor, that is the digital signal processing unit within the antenna, and this provides the required analysis. That means all these 1, 2, 3, initially they send the signal to the array, to the smart antenna array. Now the information sent by the users 1, user 2 and user 3 will reach to the smart antenna system, and this smart antenna system will send the information to the DSP, and DSP will do some mathematical calculations, analysis. Then only it will allocate a beam to the user 1, to the user 2 and to the user 3. So here another basic function of the smart antenna is beam formation. So initially we discussed that the direction of arrival is important, one parameter in the smart antenna system. The another one is direction of estimation. The third one is beam steering, and the fourth one is beam forming. So these four are four important parameters in the smart antenna system. So here in the beam formation, it is an extension for the beam steering. That means basic formation of a beam of energy from a set of phased arrays. So here from a phased arrays, a beam is formed from the phased arrays in the smart antenna system. So there might be 8 elements in an array. So all these elements are combined and they will produce a beam of energy. So using the phased antenna arrays, it is possible to control the shape and direction of the signal beam from multiple antennas based on the antenna spacing and phase of the signal from each antenna element in the array. So here, using phased antenna arrays, you can control the shape and direction of the signal. So the shape and the direction of the signal is controlled by the DSP. That means this DSP will send the instructions to the antenna arrays. Right? So in which direction more amount of beam has to be sent. Suppose here there are 100 users. If there are 4 elements. Now here after beam formation, so based upon the antenna spacing and the phase of the signal from each antenna element, some amount of amplitude is increased by the DSP instruction. That means as more number of users are here, so more amount of radiation beam has to be given in this direction. More amount of beam formation has to be done. right? More amount of beam formation has to be done. So an array is fixed. An array is a fixed system, and the elements are also fixed in the antenna array system, where we cannot change the length of the antennas. That means the 1, 2, 3, 4. That means these elements of the array dimensions cannot be modified. Never can be modified. And at the same time, the spacing between the antennas is also fixed. The spacing between the antennas can also be fixed. The only thing we can do is we can change the phase of the signal from each antenna element. Right? So based upon the antenna spacing and phase of the signal from each antenna element in the array, so we can change the beam direction by either increasing or decreasing the spacing, or by increasing or decreasing the amplitude of the elements. So we are having only two things which can be done in the smart antenna system. So when this DSP sends the signal, suppose more number of users are there here in this direction 100. That means here 1, 2, 3 elements are internally combined in the smart antenna system. As there are 2 users in this direction, from this element 4, the signal is going in the second user, to the second user only. Right? So as there are more number of users in this direction, these 1, 2, 3 elements spacing is automatically adjusted. These 1, 2, 3 elements spacing is automatically adjusted based upon the instruction of the DSP. And at the same time, some amount of amplitude is also increased by the DSP, by the instruction of the DSP. That means if initially 1, 2, 3 elements are carrying different amplitudes of 1, 2 and 3 amps of current is being applied to the 1, 2, 3. So after sending the DSP instruction, as more amount of radiation pattern has to be produced in this direction, so automatically the spacing is adjusted. So automatically the amplitude of these elements is increased, and hence the phase of the signal of each element is also changed. That means the phase of the signal, as the spacing is changed, generally the phase of the signal will also be changed. Right? So internally the spacing of the elements is automatically changed. Thereby the phase of the signal is changed. So as the phase of the signal is changed, more amount of beam will be directed in the direction where there are more number of users. So accordingly, the creation of the beam using the technique of interfering and construction patterns is called beam forming. Right? So the creation of a beam is done by the elements of the antenna, and without interfering and without any interfering, these beams are directed. These beams are directed dynamically to the intended direction. So this construction without interference, we call it as beam forming. This construction of the patterns of many different patterns without interfering in an intended direction, we call it as a beam forming. So here the smart antenna system, how many number of elements there is no any requirement. So in the US, they have made a smart antenna system by making with 128 elements in an array. So in US, you can see in the US in one company, with 128 elements, they formed an array. So they have arranged these elements in this way. That means 7 like this. They have made 128 elements in an array. So depending upon the requirement, these elements are combined. These layers of elements can be combined. So depending upon the number of users. So the main advantage of array is nothing but to increase the directivity. The main advantage of array is to increase the directivity. So we can increase the directivity with not only one element. As more number of elements are placed in an array, so more directivity can be achieved. Right? So if there are 2 elements, the distance of propagation is very less. Similarly, if you increase the more number of elements, if you combine the 10 elements in an array, so then the directivity can be increased. That means the distance of propagation can be increased in one particular direction. That is, the directivity can be achieved effectively. So here the creation of beam using this technique of interfering and constructing patterns is called as beam forming. What is beam steering? So with the direction of arrival of the required and any interfering signals analyzed, the control circuitry within the antenna is able to optimize the directional beam pattern of the adaptive antenna array to provide the required performance. So with the direction of arrival of the required and any interference signals analyzed. So here, you can say here, we if there are two users here, or if there are three users here, you can say with this example. First, these two users send the signal, and also these three users are going to send the signal to this array of system, and this information is collected by the array. This information is collected by the array. This information is passed to the DSP. Now this DSP, after calculating the direction of arrival, after calculating the direction of estimation, will establish a connection to the two users and at the same time to the three users. That means internally this DSP is having a control circuitry, right? So this DSP is going to analyze. This DSP is going to analyze the signals, and this DSP will be having internally some control circuitry, and this control circuitry will optimize the directional beam pattern of the adaptive antenna array to provide the required performance. That means, so as there are three users, the amount of radiation pattern will be more. As there are two users in this direction, the amount of radiation pattern or beam given by this array will be very less. So it changes the decision dynamically. It changes the decisions dynamically. It is a way in which a beam pattern can be dynamically altered by changing the signal phase in the real time without changing the antenna elements or other hardware. Without changing the antenna elements or other hardware. So two types of smart antenna technology have been developed. That means one is switched beam smart antennas. The other one is adaptive array smart antennas. So switched beam smart antennas. So what are these switched beam smart antennas? Here, if you take an example, suppose here there is a smart antenna system. This is a smart antenna system. Now this smart antenna system, let us divide this 360 degrees. That means it is radiating. It is radiating in 360 degrees. Let us divide this 360 degrees of radiation pattern into three sectors. One is this, another one is this, another one is this. So here there are three sectors. This is the sector 1. Let us assume this is sector 1, and this is sector 2 here. Sector 2 here, and let us think this as sector 3. Let us assume this as sector 3. Here, if we assume this sector 1 as 120 degrees, let us assume this as 120 degrees, and this as 120 degrees, and this as 120 degrees. That means the first sector is 120 degrees, the second sector is 120 degrees, and the third sector is 120 degrees. Let us assume here there are two users here. So in the switched beam system, what is happening is the radiation beams produced by the smart antenna system are predefined and fixed. They cannot be changed. That means in the sector 1, see here there are three beams here. The smart antenna array system, in this sector, it is producing only three radiation patterns. Three beams only, their formation is taking place. That means if there are two users, these two users can use only this radiation pattern only. If there are three users here, these three users can use only this radiation pattern only, this radiation beam only. Suppose if there are 5 users, these 5 users can use only this radiation pattern only. Right? So here, in this sector also, there are predefined radiation patterns. Predefined radiation patterns. Here there are in this sector 3, there are only 2 radiation beams. You can see here there are only radiation beams. Right? So whether the users are here there may be 2 users, here there may be 3 users, here there may be 4 users, and here there may be 5 users. Right? So these 2 and 3 can use only this beam only. These 2 and 3 users can only use this beam only. And similarly, if there are 4 users here, this radiation beam can be effectively utilized by these 4 users only. So whichever the beam is very near, that beam is effectively utilized by the nearest number of users. That means here there are 5 users and there are 4 users. These 5 and 4 users collectively can use only this radiation beam only. So one of the basic disadvantages, if there are suppose 120 users in this sector, let us say another example. So what is the main disadvantage of these predefined beam patterns? So here in a switched beam smart antenna system, Suppose if this is the antenna array, here this sector can be used only 120 users. This sector can provide service to the 120 users, and this sector can provide to service to the 120 users only. Let us say, for example. So totally this smart antenna switched beam system can give service only to 360 members only. Only to 360 members only. So more than 360 members, these smart antenna, switched beam smart antennas cannot give service. If suppose there are 400 users are there, if there are, suppose here there are in this region, this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. In the one region, there are suppose 150 users are there. So this sector 1, as there are predefined radiation pattern beams, it cannot provide service to this 150. So this sector 1 can provide service to the 150 members only when 30 users go far from this sector. Out of 120, this portion of sector can provide service only to its limitation is only 120 users only. If it is increased to 150 users, then it cannot provide service. This switched beam smart antennas cannot provide service to the 150 users. This switched beam smart antennas can provide service to the 150 only when these 30 users, any 30 users from the 120 users are going far from this sector. So when these 30 users reach to the another destination or reach to the another antenna geographical area, another antenna location, so 30 is detected in the 30 from the 120, and hence this sector can provide service to the 150 only, to the total 150. So out of 120 only, it's limitation. That means only 120 users can use the service from antenna, from the sector 1. So out of these 120 users, if 30 users are going far from to another location of antenna, then only these 150 users can provide service from the sector 1 only. So here a limitation is there that only a fixed number, as having the radiation beam is fixed, only a limited number of users can use the bandwidth for each sector. And this can be overcome in the adaptive array smart antennas. This can be overcome in the smart array antenna, adaptive array smart antenna system. So even as number of users increase drastically from 120, so in the previous case 120 is the limitation. If this is a smart antenna system, so here if this is a smart antenna, if there are 120 users here, the smart antenna will give a beam to the 120 users. If there are 300 users in this direction, the smart antenna system or adaptive array smart antennas will give a directional beam in this direction to the 300 users. So though the number of users increase, from 200 to 300 or 400 or 500, the smart antenna system will allocate the bandwidth equally to all the number of users dynamically. So this is the main disadvantage in the adaptive array smart antennas and the switched beam smart antennas. So the switched beam smart antennas or adaptive antennas are designed so that they have several fixed beam patterns. That means the control elements within the antenna can then select the most appropriate one for the conditions which have been detected. So switched beam is nothing but the fixed predefined patterns. So fixed beam patterns have been developed in the switched beam smart antenna system. So this approach does not provide complete flexibility. It simplifies the design and provides sufficient level of adaptivity for many applications. That means where the number of users are very less. So where the number of users are very less, where this switched beam or smart antenna system is based, it is very efficient. It is very efficient where the number of users are very less. So if the number of users are increased drastically, the switched beam smart antennas will not work properly. And adaptive array smart antennas, adaptive antenna arrays follow the beam to be continually steered to any direction to allow for the maximum signal or the nullifying of any interference. So one of the basic advantage of this adaptive array system is interference becomes very less. So here, if this is a smart antenna system, in the conventional system, what happens? So here in the smart antenna system, if there are 100 users here, the beam is directed to these 100 users. If there are 20 users here, the beam is direct to these 20 users. That means even if there is another antenna here, there is no any interference. If there is another, this is antenna 1 array. Suppose this is antenna 2 here. So here the antenna 2 is radiating but not interfering with this antenna array system. Why? Because this antenna array system is directing all its energy in this direction and in this direction. The radiation is not being transferred in this direction. You can observe here, the radiation is not being transferred in this direction. Hence the interference reduces. That means the interference can be minimized by the adaptive array smart system. Suppose if you take a conventional system, it radiates in all directions. Suppose if there is another antenna here, this one radiates in all directions. So as this is radiating in all directions, there is an interference problem. That means there is interference between these two antennas is happening. So this can be overcome by the smart antenna system. So the basic main advantages of this smart antenna system is, one is the bandwidth can be effectively utilized, and the other one is the interference can be decreased. And the third one is the capacity can be increased. The system capacity can be increased. It may be, though the number of users increased, the smart antenna system will provide a beam according to the requirements. So both types of antennas are able to provide the directivity. All the decisions need not to be made against cost, complexity, and the performance requirements regarding which type should be used. So these are the two types of smart antenna systems which we are currently having. One is switched beam, the other one is adaptive array. So it is a finite number of fixed predefined patterns or combining strategies. That means there are only, these are known as fixed beams. An adaptive array, an infinite number of patterns. There may be any number of patterns. Depending upon the requirement, it will generate radiation beam in the intended direction. That is the main application of adaptive array. So switched beam antenna systems form multiple fixed beams with heightened sensitivity in particular directions. So these antenna systems detect signal strength, choose from one of the several predetermined fixed beams, and switch from one beam to another as the mobile moves throughout the sector. So this is the switched beam system. You can see here, you can divide this total into three sectors. This is one sector, this is one sector, and this is one sector. So this is, let us say this is 120 degrees, this is 120 degrees, and this is 120 degrees. So total 360 degrees is divided into three sectors. So these are fixed beams. These are known as fixed beams. And these are fixed beams in this sector. And there are only three beams, 1, 2, and 3 beams in this sector. Right? So these beams can be used only by the limited number of users only. Right? The switched beam systems combine the outputs of the multiple antennas in such a way so as to form finely sectorized beams with more spatial selectivity than can be achieved with the conventional single element approaches. So let us conclude the smart antenna system. So what are the basic disadvantages in the conventional system to the smart antenna system? So in the conventional systems, the problem of bandwidth is the problem of bandwidth effective utilization is very less, and the interference is more, and also the system capacity is very less. So these three problems can be overcome in the smart antenna system. So in the smart antenna system, one basic advantage is bandwidth can be effectively utilized, and the second one is interference. So interference can be minimized, and the third one is the system capacity. The antenna system capacity can be increased drastically depending upon the number of users. So though the number of users are increased in a geographical area, the smart antenna system will provide a radiation beam to any number of unlimited number of users. So these are the three basic advantages of the smart antenna system. So let us end the session here. We shall continue in the next session. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.